Hello everybody, hello, how's it going? Muzzafuzza here, bringing you some Halo 4 gameplay. At least I'm pretty sure it's Halo 4. I may be mistaken. Actually, now I'm not mistaken. It's got the 343 logo in the bottom, so I know it's Halo 4 because every other Halo is made by Bungie. And yeah, I think Bungie's next game is Destiny, and I'm really stoked about that as well. So today I want to talk about not anything in particular related to Halo 4, just kind of a gaming topical commentary. You know and love those. I want to talk about keeping a game alive and what it takes to keep a game alive, because if you play console games, you know that after 6 months or a year, the game starts to die. We've seen it with every previous Call of Duty game, we've seen it with single-player games, we've seen it with all sorts of games. Games just keep coming out and coming out and coming out every year, and they're often replaced by a new game in the franchise, as with Halo and Call of Duty and any other major franchise. So I just want to give a major shout out to all the people still playing Halo, because at this point right now I feel like Halo is kind of in a dead zone. There's not very many people playing Halo. So big shout out to people like Bravo, T Squared, who else? Who else is amazing at Halo? There's so many. Like I used to watch Halo 3 MLG, and I even watched Halo Reach MLG. Like I would watch the pro tournaments. People would be getting 4 pieces and putting together overkills with a sniper and a BR, and I would watch it and I would really enjoy it because I've been a fan of esports and competitive gaming for a long time, just as a spectator, not even as like a creator of content or a video maker or YouTuber or any of that. I used to just watch competitive gaming and kind of be a viewer as if it was like a sport, like the NFL or the MLB or something. But it's MLG. I support MLG. And in my opinion, I think it's things like Major League Gaming, it's things like competitive gaming tournaments and esports and creating like a real community around a game. That's what keeps a game alive. If there's not people making content for the game on a daily, regular basis, if there's not people talking to each other about the game on a day-to-day basis and playing the game together on a day-to-day basis, the game is slowly going to die. Less and less people are going to find time to play it, and eventually it's just going to fizzle out and it's going to be over with. And I feel like Halo 4, after people played through the story mode and the campaign, you know, like got all the, whatever it's called, achievements or skulls or beat it on legendary or whatever people wanted to do, the hardcore Halo players, they jumped into multiplayer, and then multiplayer lasted for a few months, and now it's just kind of dead. It's like less than 50,000 people on any given day are playing this game, in comparison to something like Call of Duty, where it's hundreds of thousands or millions of players. And I see that over and over again happening to games. I saw Call of Duty 4 die, I saw World at War die, and you're going to say, yeah, these games aren't dead though, you can still hop on servers and play, but once it gets to a point where there's no longer really a community that cares about the game, I think that's when you can say that a game has fully died. And as a YouTuber, that's kind of scary, because I don't want my favorite games to die. I don't want to be posting a bunch of videos on a game and then all of a sudden people lose interest and it just dies. I feel like that's happened to me at least a couple times with games like Mortal Kombat and Diablo 3. I posted videos on those games when they came out, and then eventually it just kind of died down and there was no more hype, there was no more people looking for new videos and stuff, so I was kind of forced to move on. And that's just what happens in this space. Like, things move so fast on the internet. One day you'll be doing one thing, the next day there's this new big thing. And people like to hop on the bandwagon. People like to be hipsters and be like, oh, have you seen the new game that nobody's ever heard of? And they're like, just straight up hipster moding it with their flannels and their black glasses, their black rimmed glasses and their mustaches. Goddamn hipsters! But if you take a step back and you look at every video game that's out right now that's being played by a massive audience, like let's say Minecraft, World of Warcraft, StarCraft, what else has a huge community? Call of Duty, pretty much all the big first-person shooters like Battlefield. These all have giant booming communities that are growing on the daily. People are still showing their friends the game that haven't played the game, getting people into it all the time. There's constantly new gamers coming into the world that have never really been hardcore into video games before, but eventually they just pick it up as a hobby and they start gaming. And I think that's awesome. It's good to feed in noobs to the system so we have some people that we can own. Because if it's just pro players and hardcore players playing, I think it's a lot less fun than if there's a bunch of noobs on the server and you're like, oh yeah, I can really raffle stomp these guys. Time to bring in the Rafflecopter. And games like Minecraft, Games like Team Fortress 2, these games have such cult followings that I don't really see them ever dying. Not in the next few years anyways. As long as they keep coming out with new mods, new maps, new game types, new things to do within the game that change things up, new updates that add more items and graphics into the game. Like, they can constantly keep updating these games for PC, which just keeps the game alive, and they've kept the game alive for years now, and that you can't really say that about too many video games. So I think Minecraft is a shining example of a game that really, we won't even see it die in the next 5 or 10 years. I'm pretty much guaranteeing it. There's not really something in my head that I could even imagine that could ever replace Minecraft or become bigger than Minecraft. Minecraft is a giant in the gaming community. And while it may not be your thing if you're a hardcore first-person shooter player, or if you only stick to Call of Duty, or only stick to insert game here, whatever it is, like, you gotta respect the casual audience. You gotta respect the people that only play video games maybe a couple hours a day, or maybe only a few hours a week, or whatever it is. There's different levels to this stuff, and people play video games different amounts. I know a lot of people hop on video games literally all day, every day, from when they get home from school or work all the way till they go to the bed. That's what they're doing, is playing video games with their friends. And there's other people that really, like, they have way too much going on in their life, too much responsibility. They can't be a hardcore gamer. They gotta work, they gotta provide, they gotta go to school, and you can't be a hardcore gamer in that situation, and I understand that. So, if there's any words of wisdom I can pass on to you guys watching this video right now, it's just play what you want to play, enjoy what you want to enjoy. Don't let other people try to determine what you're gonna play and what you're not gonna play. I think if you've taken the time to, like, build up in your head an idea of, I'm only gonna play this game and I'm gonna stick to this rigid schedule and this is what I want to play and this is the one game that I'm gonna buy this year, I feel like you should rethink things and you should reassess your gaming priorities and your life priorities, and it's good to take time and reflect and decide what you want to do. Especially with new games coming out this year. I'm going to be playing Destiny, Titanfall, Battlefield 4. There's so many games coming up that I'm excited about. I really don't think I'm just going to stick to one franchise or one video game. There's too many that I want to have fun on. And that might not make me a hardcore player on one particular game. I'm not going to be, like, the best at any particular game. It's not going to be like the days when I would just stick to Call of Duty. But I think it's for the better, and I think it's going to really help my channel and help my YouTube presence and just help me as a gamer. So I hope you guys are looking forward to that kind of stuff. That was a little Halo 4 gameplay. I'm having fun doing these commentaries, you guys. I hope you guys are enjoying them. If you like this video, drop a like, help support it, share the video with your friends. Please check out all my links down below in the description of this video. I got Facebook, I got Twitter, I got Instagram. You can follow me on all of those, and I would appreciate it. It would be awesome. I'm trying to post pictures and videos there on the regular. So thank you guys. I do appreciate all the support, and I will see you guys next time.